What's going on, y'all? My name is Enoch. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and encourage you to be the best version of you that you could possibly be. I know that ain't an easy task, but let's go. Welcome back to Divine Motivation Podcast. I really appreciate you tuning in. I do not take your time for granted. Like, subscribe. If you like this video, send it to a friend so they could send it to a friend and we all could just keep growing. Follow the Instagram, Divine Motivation Podcast. No, I'm tripping. Divine Motivation _ That's the Instagram where I do motivation videos every single day. Now let's get into it. So last week we pretty much wrapped up kind of a character development where I talked about accountability, consistency, integrity, and I wrapped it up with discipline, right? So here's the thing. I was going to go into something else, but I'm just stuck on this character thing. And I realize it's not really fully complete until I give you sort of the after effects of really being real keen on building your character. There's some things that come with that. And I think it's important that you know, especially if you're really trying to build your character. So there's two things I want to talk about. It's going to sound weird. It's the pros and cons to building your character. Now you may say like, wait, what? And I think there's something that we should talk about more. There are some things that come with building your character that may be cons, but you can look at them as pros like further on in your journey. So let's talk about the cons first, right? A lot of times when we build our character, depending on our environment, it doesn't go too well with others. And I want to prepare you for that so that when you do start taking yourself on that journey of growing and being the best version of you that you could possibly be, you understand what comes with that. So in some environments, some people you with, when you start building your character, things that you used to do, things that you used to be into, for some strange reason, those things aren't intriguing anymore. Those things, you realize they don't line up with the direction you're trying to go. And a lot of times, relationships was connected to those things that you were into. So through this journey of building your character, you know, the integrity, consistency, all of that stuff, there's going to be other people that you were really close with, that you had great relationships with, that just may not be there with you. They're not on that same trajectory as you are because they're not building their character. They're not being consistent. They're not being accountable. So because you are really working on those things, you're going to start, when you're holding yourself to a higher standard, you're going to start holding other people that are supposedly in your corner to those same standards. And it's not their fault. Don't get upset at where they are. It's not their fault. But you have to understand like, oh. And that's why I want to give you the heads up so that when people start saying like, yo, bro, you been acting funny. Like you used to want to come over here and hang out over here. Like, what you on? Don't let that pull you back into your old habits. Don't let that make you feel like, man, they're not really messing with me. They're not even, they talking crazy. They saying I'm fake now. No, the thing is, you're developing and they're not. And they want to keep you there. But don't get all boastful about it like, yo, I'm trying to build my character. Y'all not doing. No. Humble yourself. Because just because they're not there yet doesn't mean that they won't get there eventually. But for the time being, you might have to separate from that. And it's okay. Sometimes just because it's a relationship that you've had over years does not mean you have to hold on to it tight. If they're supposed to be there, they're going to be there. If you're developing and they see that and they want to, help them. But if they on that, yo, you changed, you ain't really, you say, yeah, I have changed. I'm trying to do better with my life. I'm trying to work on these deficiencies. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to build a strong character. And it's okay. And now here's the pros to that. Like, yeah, the cons are people might look at you different. Certain things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. So now you're finding new habits. Here's the pros to that. When you building your character, even though you may have lost some people, that character, those traits will start attracting new people. And you'll build strong relationships with people so quick that you'll be like, yo, I'm connecting with you on a different level that people I've been with for years, I'm not connecting with them anymore. And the crazy thing is, like, me and my boy, like, we be on this journey heavy. Me and my boy, Ak. And I remember one time we was like, yo, bro, it's crazy. Like, a lot of people don't really be on what we on. Like, we have small circles. Like, my best friends, he has his close best friends. And we be like, yo, there's a lot of people that's not on this journey outside of our circle. And then once I realized the more I keep growing, you run into people that are on that same path. For an example, I went to Mexico. And was it October? Yeah, October. Went to Mexico in October. If I'd have told you that I would go to Mexico and meet some like-minded men and women that I still talk to this day, if you'd have told me that, I'd be like, nah. The likelihood of that, no. But when I tell you, I went to Mexico, me and my wife, we met some strong men, strong women. We like, yo. And when I tell you we started vibing out of nowhere with all of them, and mind you, none of them knew each other. They just happened to start talking to each other. And then me and my wife was walking one day and it was like, hey, what's going on? Where you from? We started talking. Like, and me and my wife was like, yo, this is crazy. We're meeting people very like-minded, on the same journey as us, doing the same morals. And we're like, wow. Like, I got to give a shout out to my man, Ron, Matt, Darren, who else? Mike. I said Mike already. Like, these some good dudes. And I'm like, shout out to just being consistent and building a character. If you would have told me, like, I would meet someone in Mexico and every Monday I get on the phone with him and pray. My boy Ron, my boy Matt, he be sending me higher learning things about investments and things like that. Shout out to Mike. Always giving something intellectual. Darren, we was just on the phone having a purposeful conversation. And it's like, man, like, it's crazy. Like, you can really be on this journey and run into people that you feel like you've known for years. And it's crazy. Even their wives. Shout out to Simone. And like, bro, you can really find people on the same journey as you. You can really find people on the same trajectory as you. As long as you just stay on that path. As long as you stay focused on growing and being the best person that you could be. You're going to lose some people. It's okay. There's some people that's going to come with you. But it's okay. Don't get stuck on that. Don't lose sight of the purpose, the vision, where you want to be. Don't let that pull you back. Keep going. Keep building your character. Forget the cons. The pros are so much better. Being a better person. Being able to connect with other people and have intellectual conversations. That's where you want to be. And that's the epitome of growth. It's okay to lose some people, but you'll gain people out along the way. So understand that. And I just had to give you that as you build your character. Like, it's okay. It's okay to change. People are afraid to change. It's okay to change. But understand, with that change, there's a better you on the other side of that. Understand that and embrace it and learn to love it. And that's the message for today. That's the podcast for today. Appreciate you tuning in. I mean, stick with it. Ride with me. We gonna grow together. We gonna keep getting better. And let's do this thing. I will see you next week. Appreciate you.